Chris Ledbetter. Welcome to Parts Talk.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Of course, of course, of course. I mean, our names are both Chris, so well, I expect great things. So, first of all, please introduce yourself. Let us know all about you. Who is the man?
So my name's Chris Ledbetter, and I have been working in the auto industry for 18 years now, which is scary. After you sent me the questions, and I was counting back to how long it's been, and yeah, it's been 18 years.
18 years, yeah. Time flies.
It really does. It really does. So I started when I was 18 at a Saturn Saab Isuzu dealer.
Okay.
So my dad and my uncle both worked at the dealership.
Okay, you have to explain what that is, remember, a lot of the younger generation don't know about certain cars. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Saturn was here, but not anymore. A few is still on the road, but if you mention the name, they'll say Saturn who? Where is that? Is it a planet or something? So
yeah, yeah. So it was Saturn Saab. It was a 3-brand dealership.
Right.
Saab, I think it's Swedish. I think it's Swedish. A vehicle, and then Isuzu, the old Isuzu Troopers, and
yes, big horns,
yeah. So I started out as a detailer there, kind of as a summer job, and then after a couple of years, I went into parts. So I was a parts advisor there for a year and a bit, and then transferred into the service advisor position there, which I was there right up until, so it was about 3.5 years. I was doing that there. And then I actually left there, and I went, and I wanted to pursue a career in the bank. So I was at the Scotia Bank for 3 years. And then, had some crazy events happen there involving robberies. And decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. So I left there and went to a Kia dealership. I was a service advisor there for over 3 years. And then ventured on to a Nissan dealer for a year and a half. And then took a position at my current employment place at a Toyota dealership, and I've been there for just shy of 7 years now, and I'm in a management position now at the in the service at that dealership. So
okay, well, congrats.
Quite a run. It's,
there is always upward mobility in the auto industry, believe it or not. Once you put your mind and your dedication and the passion, right? And because it's a fast-paced industry, that is why it shocked you to realize that 18 years has passed.
Oh yeah, I was literally in shock. I was driving home tonight from work, and I was like, 18 years? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm one of the old guys now.
Of course.
Yeah.
But over that 18 years, how has operations changed since you started in the industry?
Oh man, it has changed quite a bit. And it's weird because a lot of areas it's changed tenfold, and in other areas it's still the same. Mm-hmm. But when I first started, especially as a service advisor, it's crazy to say, but it was almost less customer focused. For example, if a customer called in to book an appointment, mm-hmm. you told them when the appointment was going to be. Right. They didn't request an appointment and I want to come in at this time, at this day, and this and that. But it was almost like the dealerships had a little bit more control, which was different. It's different. I don't know if it was better. I think things are probably better now. We're definitely more customer focused now. And I mean, the whole service industry, in all types has changed quite dramatically.
Yes.
Especially with the younger generation coming up, and it's definitely you have to be much more customer focused, or you're going to fail.
Yes, definitely. The focus shift within the last 10 years, especially after the 2008 crash, right? A lot of companies, especially the auto industries, started to go towards building customer relationships.
Yeah.
So they formulate this new era in terms of going after not only individuals but also fleet companies and larger organizations in order to win contracts.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah. And then they introduced CSI, right?
Yes,
They get the surveys. You didn't have those back in the day, right?
exactly,
If
exactly. Yeah,
anybody had
yeah,
complaints, they were coming to the dealership and telling you, face to face or over the phone.
hmm
Whereas now a survey gets sent to every customer, and if somebody's got something to say, they're going to say it on there. So
exactly. And of course you have the Google reviews always running. Yeah.
exactly, it's just that much easier for people to voice their opinions, good or
hmm
bad.
hmm
Uh, and one of the biggest struggles right now is getting the people who have good things to say to actually say them.
To say it, yeah, yeah.
You know,
I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I take my car to servicing, and right after the survey comes out, and I ignore it,
yeah,
to tell you the truth, because
it,
I'm old school. I would rather look at you and say, Chris, I really enjoyed the time I came there, and a job well done, thank you. But I
yeah.
mean, it means a lot when you put it in writing. I understand.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, and it's the people who have something negative to say,
Yeah,
if you give an opportunity, they're going to do it.
yeah.
So it's a struggle within all dealerships, to get the voice of the good and the people, and there's that's the vast majority of them. If you're doing good service, you just got to be able to get those people to tell everybody.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. But taking us through your journey, what were some of the challenges that you faced while you were going through, learning the ins and outs of being a service advisor?
Well, yeah, it's when you start out detailing, you go to parts, you kind of get the retail counter experience of dealing with customers face to face for the first time. And then it's that whole learning the interaction with the customer. And I to be honest, like, I was never really a car guy. So when I went into parts, I didn't really know the first thing about cars. So you got to learn the cars and all that. And the biggest thing is the biggest challenge you face is building up the confidence to speak to customers confidently.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, if you sound like you don't know what you're talking about, the customer is not going to receive it well.
And here's a trade secret: the best place to start in a dealership is in parts.
Yes, for sure, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people look down on the parts department, but I'm telling you, I'm a very, very big advocate for the parts department. Hence, the name parts manager. But I mean, it, all my knowledge about cars actually came from parts, because you're dealing with everything, and after a while, the part numbers, what works for which engine, then what is interchangeable,
Yep.
and what can work for other models down the line. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And in the parts department, you're dealing with all the other departments. You
Yes.
know what I mean? You're dealing with sales, or come back there for accessories and everything, and tires, and then obviously you're dealing with service, and then you're dealing with the customers face to face as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, it's very true. The parts is generally overlooked, and it shouldn't be. It
Mm-hmm.
definitely should.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've been a very big advocate, because people, they don't take the time to understand exactly what takes place within the parts department.
Yeah.
It's a whole university inside there, right? Because you're dealing with numbers, you're dealing with logistics, you're dealing with operations,
Yeah.
then you have to deal with demographic, then you have to deal with different customer types,
Yep.
right? And then the different model vehicles, and like you said, you interact with every single department within the company,
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
you're the custodian of the inventory.
Yeah. Well,
And
exactly.
and the inventory is basically everything. Even, my goodness, even furniture is stored inside the parts department sometimes.
all sorts of different things. There's
Also, yeah,
in the parts department.
yeah, definitely, definitely. But based on your vast experiences over the years, what would be some of your suggestions to dealerships?
Well, the biggest thing obviously is you have to be customer focused, and the most important thing to people, and a lot of people would say, is their money, but that's not the right answer. The right answer is their time.
Yeah.
And after every customer you write up, the very first question is, how long will it take, or when will my car be done? Because time is the most important thing to them, especially nowadays. Everybody is so busy. They always got, things going on. They got appointments. They got this, got to pick up the kids, got to do that, got to do this, or they're coming in on their lunch, dropping the car off. They got to get back to work. So the most important thing is time. So, going forward, especially you need to find ways to meet your promised times, to get the car ready in the time that you tell it it's going to take. And while doing that and saying that, you need to the jobs that you're doing, you need to be able to do them quicker than we have in the past.
Yes, yes, yes.
People don't like waiting, and now, especially with COVID, a lot of places like us, we're not shuttling right now. So people are waiting in the dealership, and you need to get them out of there as quick as possible, but do a great job.
I laugh because right when COVID just hit and the government was trying to find ways of limiting the spread, and companies, especially dealerships, had to find other ways of means how to keep their staff safe and the customer safe as well, right? So you would go to the dealership, drop your car off, and then you have to wait outside. Yeah, you have to wait outside. So hopefully we can look back at this a couple of years from now and just laugh at the whole matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we had to completely revamp our process, and customer drop off, waiting, everything. We had to completely redo it. And you know what? It's as bad as the thing as COVID was, it is, if dealerships take the information that they got from the changes that they had to make for COVID, you can make a lot of improvements. I know we did. We've made some changes for COVID that even after COVID is in the clear, that we're going to maintain them because it just works really well. So in the bad situation, you got to take the learnings from it and then apply that going forward, because it's we've made some great changes, and the feedback from our customers have been awesome. And yeah, we're gonna continue forward with those.
Yeah, well, what you guys are actually doing is the Toyota way. It's called Kaizen, continually improving your process as you go along, and then
Right.
whatever works, you utilize that. Whatever doesn't work, then you throw it out. It's waste. The moody Mura, something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we eliminate waste.
Yeah.
But how going forward now? COVID has taught us a lot, right? And my heart goes out to those who have lost a loved one during this time. Many persons have died, of course, but facing the auto industry now, how should we prepare for ever-changing market? COVID has taught us a very valuable lesson right now, but the market is constantly changing. I remember, 18 years ago, cars had distributor, points and condensers, carburetors. Then we moved to injector tips, electronic fuel injection system. No, we're running around with no electric cars,
Yeah.
right? It was a push towards hybrid, and then electric cars have overtaken,
Yeah.
right, based on what is going on now. So I do expect like the operations from the dealership environment to actually change, because you have so many new brands now coming into the market and changing the way how people do business, right? So from your experience now, what would be a suggestion in terms of us prepare for a market that is constantly changing?
Well, I mean, especially now with the way vehicles are going, they're going to be, if by, in 10 years, 12 years, we might be fully electronic cars, and you're going to have to find other ways of um, generating profits in that for the dealerships, because a lot of the maintenance that we currently do now, we're not going to be doing on vehicles in 10, 12, 15 years. It's for Toyota example, every vehicle is going to have a hybrid version within the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So the 2022 Tundra is coming out, and it's hybrid. Yeah. And the Sienna hybrid, all of them, they're all hybrid now. And that's just going to continue to move on. It's just going to be electronic now.